morning, you guys. Good morning, you guys. It is Friday. Thank you, Lord. It is Friday. Man, I got a head start in walking and went on ahead and set this up while I was walking because I know I was gonna sit in my car trying to set this live up before I start my watch out. I was probably gonna be another 20, 30 minutes before I actually got up and walked. And plus I had to kind of hoof it, so to speak, because I got to hit the store and then get back to the house because uh, senior has to go to training. So I got to drop him off and all that good stuff and get the kids some hours later and all that stuff. But yeah, finally finished strong Friday. Man, when I say that I have been struggling this week and like last week and so on, due to my anemia, I am a severe anemic. So I am often fatigued uh, at random and I can't control it. So I have my moments where I'll be wide awake and then the next minute I'm knocked out like a narcoleptic, you know? Um, so I know when I leave here, I'm gonna get some supplements so I can go ahead and combat that because man, because it's even at a point to where like coffee, energy drinks, 5 hour energy shots ain't even cutting it. And of course, working third shift don't make it no better. It definitely don't make it no better, especially with you know me me having kids and they in school, drop them off, pick them up, cook dinner, and then try and get some type of rest in between. And it's like during the week I don't get enough sleep. Salute. I think that says Sheree, Sheree, Sheree or Sharon. Salute. Hi. Good morning, you guys. Good morning. Good morning. And so yeah. So that's the goal and the plan for me is to work on bumping up my iron intake, eating iron enriched foods, uh, taking supplements. I got to replenish on my multivitamin with the ashwagandha, black seed oil, bladderwrack, and all that. Got my vitamin D. So I think what I'm gonna do is get another multivitamin uh, with some iron in it, and hopefully it'll have the calcium in it, so it'll help absorb that and all that good stuff. So yeah, we are Chinese. Really? We are Chinese? Okay. I only know one phrase in Chinese. 你们好吗? "你们好吗?" That's all I know. That's all I know. So, and I learned that uh, when I did my red note content in the wake of the whole TikTok being banned. You gotta go to school. Okay, have a beautiful day. let's see, you got to go to school. It's 9:35. So I'm assuming you're on the West Coast because I know here the kids are in school at 7 and 8. So I'm pretty sure you're on the west side where y'all like 3 hours behind us. So, but yeah. Uh, so I never thought I would see this. Well, I ain't gonna say I never thought I would see it because we have had situations like this before. With the what was that? The Challenger. I think the Challenger. Don't get me to lie to you. It was so many years ago, and think, I think I think I was in school at the time, but the space shuttle that had disintegrated upon entering the Earth's atmosphere, uh, and there were no survivors. And there was footage of the aftermath of that. So, so to see it again in a lifetime is wild. And my prayers go out to those families of those victims of that helicopter and plane accident in DC over I think it's the Potomac River. Don't get me the line to you. Uh, Man, that's crazy. And seeing seeing the footage of that, seeing how the plane is descending en route to the runway, and the helicopter is literally beelining. You know what I'm saying? And T-boned it to where you know the unfortunate happened. Man, that was definitely some real life Final Destination stuff manifested. Man, that was crazy. And looking at it, and this is my theory on it, I can't help but think that that might have been an intentional situation. I can't help but think that might have been intentional because, and of course, I don't know, I don't know much about aviation and things like that, but the little bit I do know, regarding communication from the air traffic control tower, uh, and also where I work at, I have access, but pretty much everybody has access. If you know how to navigate the site, FlightAware, where you can see the map and the radar of all of the flights, inbound and outbound at your at your local airport. And I think if you type in the right airport codes, you can see the traffic as well as other airports. So uh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you were able to see copter traffic on FlightAware, but flights you can definitely see that. So I don't know, because it was dark out there, but from what it looked like, uh, from my point of view, it's it kind of looked intentional to me. Um, I didn't see no I didn't see no type of swerving, no ducking, none of that. It was just a straight beeline. And I heard, I read that there was some audio, from the air traffic control tower to, um, I guess, where the agents was telling the Trackhawk to land now or divert. That's what I've been seeing on Facebook. I saw someone say that, so I'm going to look that up myself and see. But and if that's the case, then I'm pretty sure that that situation was probably intentional. I mean, look at how the new year just started already. Uh, I mean, it wasn't even it wasn't even what 3 hours after after the ball dropped into the new year, and you have the guy that pummeled into the crowd on Bourbon Street in New Orleans, and then the guy in the Cybertruck that detonated the vehicle in front of uh, one of 47's establishments. So I don't know. I don't know. We saw that happening, and now this. I don't know, and I could be wrong. And that's the unfortunate about stuff like that, especially when there are no survivors. Uh, Everything at this point is speculation until you actually gather clues and research and having to you know, go through all of that detective work and whatever um, and whatever information that's recovered from the black box, I'm pretty sure will shed some type of light. I'm not sure, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, this is the last day of January. I mean, February 1st is tomorrow. I mean, we done already came into this new year with a bang. You know what I'm saying? So, my goodness. So, ooh, we sitting back and watching is one thing, but dang. And then, of course, 47. And my 47 is going to forever. Is going to forever get backlash until the day he permanently closes his eyes and goes to the upper room. And even once he's gone, his ears are still going to be burning, and from beyond the grave, the folks going to be talking about him. But um, some of his remarks from his press conference was aiming at the DEI, EEOC, and all of that. And some of the things that he was saying was that the accident was a result of uh, non-qualified people who's had backgrounds of mental illness and other things, hired, you know, into these important positions. Uh, but even though he said that, the twisted irony is that this came after he fired a lot of those people in those branches, and I'm not going to even just go more in depth into that because I don't know off the top of my head all of them that he was fired from, but I definitely do know that uh, FAA, uh, the aviation, all that stuff was affected as a result of that. But as far as naming them, uh, specifically, you know, I'm not going to do that because if I do lend an opinion or even talk about something, I want to be at least semi-informed or have some notes so I can expound on and then further elaborate from there. But the whole thing is a trip, you know, and and it sucks too that a situation is so severe, and we pointing fingers. Look, this ain't got nothing to do with diversity, equity, and inclusion, man. This has something to do with either the incompetence of the possible incompetence of the air traffic control or whatever intention of that pilot or those pilots and crew. That's the only thing. That's the only thing that we're looking at from there. Uh, Also, something else I found funny with 47 in his press conference, where a reporter asked him if he was planning on visiting the uh, the crash site, and he was like, "What for? What reason do I have to visit? It's just water. What you want me to go swimming?" And I ain't gonna say it was slick funny, very slick funny. It was slick funny, but at the same time, come on, man. They got they got boats, they got barges, and they got docks. So you don't even necessarily have to be out there in the water. You can just go to the dang dock and post up, man. What is we doing? But I digress. So it almost seems like every week some something different is happening. Last week he was inaugurated on Martin Luther King observance and holiday, and as soon as he sat down, he broke out his Sharpie and signed a lot of bills, overturned a lot of stuff. I mean, practically turning history upside down. The mass deportation, mass deportation, uh, overturning the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Act, and also equal opportunity, all this stuff, and it's affected everyone. I'm not even going to say it's affecting just black people, it's affecting everyone. Uh, Whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not, or you just too blind to see that. If it's not affecting you right away, it will eventually. You know, uh, federal aid is frozen to a lot of programs. Um, so a lot of people with, I think, Section 8 housing, with vouchers, EBTs, all that stuff. I mean, from what I read, that's what's expected. But of course, if I do read into it, I'm a read the fine print and get some clarity on what that really entails. But on my end, because I don't receive none of those benefits, I ain't gonna say I don't care, but um, that's not something I am 100% concerned about. I think that's probably in the 25 percentile for me. You know, that's another 25%. The economy, pretty much everything is balanced. But the number one thing that I'm concerned about is freaking safety. And I'm not talking about immigration. I'm talking about domestic. I'm talking about what's going on in our own front yard. You know what I'm saying? While yes, I do, you know, want the immigrants to have a fair shot, and going back doing things the right way and stuff like that. You know, I have no problem with that. The way I look at it, that's food. That's room at the table for everybody. There's room at the table for everybody. So, I have no issue. They never gave me nothing. As far as all these jobs, everybody, a lot of people talking about this take, baby. I got my jobs fair and square. I applied for them, I interviewed for them, I trained for them. I'm on my jobs. Okay. So I'm not worried about nobody else's pockets or what they doing with their dollars. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm too busy, focusing on mine. You know? But domestic safety is what I care the most about. All the other stuff, I keep my heart open and my thoughts and prayers that everything works out, for the greater good of everyone, that's affected. But man, look, when me having little ones and me being a woman and just me being a human period, shoot, you know what I'm saying? I care more about the safety, in our own front yards. Everybody's talking about this, that, and the third. But you look up on the news, the two things I'm always seeing on the news is either 47 or somebody getting shot somewhere in my city. You know what I'm saying? That's all I see. Some of it has started to hit close to home because one of the latest situations involves someone I knew growing up. He lost his life, uh, and I went to pay my respects in visitation last Friday. So I'm more concerned about that stuff. Several weeks ago, school shooting that happened in Antioch, which is miles outside of Nashville, and that's not the first time mass shooting of that nature has happened in Antioch, Tennessee. I know there was a situation, I think it happened at the Waffle House, where this guy walked up in the Waffle House, started shooting or whatever, and his rifle jammed, and a guy and the patron, took the opportunity and tackled his ass, got the gun away from him, and the guy got away, but he did get caught. And then there was another situation, I think it was involving the church, where a guy went to the church you know, shoot up church, shop the church, stuff like that. And now recently, the schools. So that's what I'm more concerned about. I'm more concerned about me going to the grocery store, or my kids going to school, or we go to church, and instead of leaving with groceries or homework or lessons from God or something learned in Sunday school, instead of leaving with those, I'm leaving with a damn bullet in my ass. That's what I'm more concerned about. This, it's economy, this, gas, that. Ain't not damn about said nothing about freaking safety. So come back and learn safety. All right. Like, I care more about that than anything. I mean, shoot, food and gas prices, in my opinion, ever since I've been an adult, when W was inaugurated in 2001, and I had started working then. I mean, in my opinion, shit been high anyway. I'm frugal, so shit is high. But for me, I'm very, I budget very well. I budget very well. Of course, coupons, downloads. There are apps where you can get cash back on purchases. So I take advantage of all of that. I take advantage of all of that. So that's what I care most about. I am booking it. It feels so good out here. I really wish it would feel like this year round in Memphis. I know right now I know the temperature is in the 60s. So and I just got on my fleece jacket. I could have taken this off. I ain't feel like it. So yeah, it feels great out here. And I would love for this to be year round. That is my take on all of this that's been going on so far. Some of the victims that have been identified were Russian and U.S. figure skaters. One I recently saw was identified as a university professor. And then, of course, the crew from that flight. But we have yet to see the identities of those military men in that Black Hawk. And I'm pretty sure because it impacted with the plane, I already know that they most definitely got the brunt of those injuries and damage. You know what I'm saying? So I'm already sure there's gonna be notes of blunt force trauma, severe burns, probably lacerations, amputations, probably degloving. Yes, woo! I almost stepped on that snail. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of that. Yeah, I saw a little snail with a little shell on. I almost stepped on Gary. No, I don't want to step on Gary. Don't want to do that. The wildlife here is amazing. Uh, if you don't go outside enough and if you're not out enough, you don't see a lot of stuff. And when you do see something, it surprises you. And so out here on the riverside, now while I'm surprised to see that then and there, I'm not surprised because it's right out of water. So I think snails may be a part of marine life. I'm lying to you. However, in the residential areas, we see slugs. Uh, and because we had rain the last 2 days, you know, when it gets wet, they emerge. I hadn't seen no worms yet, and God, I don't want to see no worms. Oh my God! So I have this wacky ick of worms. They give me the heebie-jeebies. They give me the heebie-jeebies, and I can't deal. I don't deal with worms. I just don't. And I remember last spring I came home from the grocery store and it was pouring down raining. And I pulled up in the driveway and my house was covered in worms on the side of the house. And it's like this worms like scattered about on the side of the house. And I froze, I couldn't do it. And I said, okay, well, I'm going on the other door on the porch. And I look at my porch and there's worms all over the porch. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this. So I called Senior and I said, hey, come open up this door. And he was like, girl, what you doing? And I was like, I can't do it. Like, open the door. Like, just open the door. He was like, seriously? I was like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Like, worms give me the heebie-jeebies. Like, I can deal with slugs. I can deal with snails, spiders. I don't think I can deal with snakes. I can deal with lizards. Uh, Definitely don't deal with wild rats. Now, if there were tamed rodents, like from Petco, I can deal with those. But wild ones, I don't deal with those. But worms, I don't deal with them. They give me the heebie-jeebies. And that's one ick I'm going to have to put on my big girl panties and face because I did say that when I move into my forever house, I want to have a garden. I want to have a small garden and, you know, plant some things, plant some herbs and some peppers, maybe some squash, some broccoli, cherry tomatoes, I want to try anyway. I want to try anyway. Definitely some strawberries. Um, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah. La la la. I am en route to my car. I think this is probably one of the quickest walks well, you take that lie back. This is like the second quickest walk because I had did a quick one time when I had to get my sister to her appointment. So for me to go on ahead and knock this on out and talk to y'all and finish up. So that's a good thing. I'm proud of myself. I don't want coach to think that his workouts were weak. The fact that I got up and went walking right after, but yeah, because workout was definitely a beast as usual. So I had to do some military raises. I did, I think, 20 of those. Either 20 of those, 15 of those. I had 15-pound weights. And then I had to do tricep pull downs. Did 15 of those. 20 on the 20 rows on the toe gym. 15 leg presses. That was so country. I think 15 leg presses. And that was, I think Coach said that was 180 pounds. Honestly, kind of light work to me. Don't y'all tell him I said that. Don't tell him I said that. But 180 pounds, light work. And even with light work, because I know how to operate under tension, I was still able to still get a burn and a workout even with lighter weights. So definitely take that into consideration. If you ever working out and you're using lighter weights, either do time under tension with more reps. Well, less reps. Either more reps at a regular pace, or you do time under tension. And time under tension is just simply where you're going slow. And sometimes you can also like go slow and then shoot straight out, with that. So I did that, and of course I did glute bridges with the 80-pound dumbbell, 20 of those, and then I did reverse grip chest pull downs, and I think those were 20. Don't get me the line with that one, but 3 sets of those, rinse and repeat. So now my workout for the day is done. I got my steps in. Now I'm going to hit this grocery store, grab these pizzas and juices, and probably a giant Jarrell for senior, because I'm pretty sure he doesn't have any more. And I got to get my supplements. So I think it's going to be a one-stop shop for me. And I'm going to K. Roger. I've been going to Kroger. So that is the plan. So I'm happy. I finished this week out strong, even though I didn't do so well as far as getting my steps in. Like I said, because of the fatigue from my anemia. So, and that's what I'm getting supplements for, so I can go ahead and combat that, so I can feel better. And being anemic sucks. Being anemic sucks. And the rumors and the speculation behind that is very much true, except for the ice part. I do not like ice. I do not like ice. I do not eat ice. I barely like ice in my beverages. If I do, I will put like maybe 1 or 2 ice cubes just so I can get a chill. That's it. I ain't gotta have no Titanic iceberg of ice, no Sonic ice and stuff like that. I ain't gotta have all that. So, I'm very much satisfied with with that regarding ice. But as far as me always being cold, I hate it. I'm always cold. I think the only time I didn't have any problematic anemia was when I was pregnant. And honestly, if I can just have the hormones minus the morning sickness, um, and the weight gain and the actual baby, I'll be straight. I ain't gonna lie. And then at the same time, I was pregnant more during the fall. So I got pregnant in the spring. And I got pregnant in late spring. So like come the summer, I was like in my first and pretty much in my first and second trimester, and then by the time I hit my third trimester, it was in the fall and winter, when I gave birth to my children. So thankfully I didn't have to deal with the heat and all this stuff. I ain't gonna lie, I did have a few moments where I had gotten overheated when I was pregnant, and that sucked. And in those cases, it was because I wore layers to work because I used to work outside in the elements and stuff like that. And then of course wearing all that stuff, in the car, car ride home and stuff like that. So, but other than that, shoot, I take the later pregnancy hormones, shit, more than anemia, man, real. So more iron rich foods, of course supplements. So I got some researching to do, and I will be incorporating a lot of that in my meal prep. So, a lot of that, and I did see a lot of stuff where I have to cut back. God damn, ah, so much stuff I gotta. Well, I've cut back on them anyway. Um, but if anything, I probably just have to be mindful of it. Because all of those foods and drinks and so does affect iron absorption, like dairy, chocolate, coffee, caffeine, and all this stuff. So as far as dairy, I love yogurt. I love eggs. Eggs, but the yogurt and eggs that I eat, of course, are good protein sources. So, but I do believe that's where the supplements come in play, kind of help out, with that. So that's some vitamin C, because the vitamin C helps, not only helps with the iron absorption, but it also is a boost to your immune system. And my immune system, for the most part, is pretty decent. It's pretty decent for the most part. I seldom, I seldom get sick. Of course, you got the seasonal allergies, dust allergies, and environmental allergies and stuff like that. But as far as me actually getting sick, um, I seldom do. But when I do, ooh, child, it's not fun. It's not fun. And then of course, my sinuses are affected more than anything. Uh, my sinuses. So, but other than that, like I say, it's redundant. If you don't go, it's redundant. It's a journey, not a destination. So, I got my overnight oats at the house. I already prepped and ready to go. So when I come home from the store, I can go ahead and eat that and shit. Finally, prep my salad. I may get another thing of salad mix. I think the salad mix I got is okay. It should be okay. Um, but everything else, I should be good. Go ahead and prep those because that's pretty much what I'm going to be eating all weekend. So that's that. Oh man. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here because I don't wanna bore you with it. My troubles. I don't wanna bore you with my troubles. Oh, but I love you, I love you, I love you. That song, originally by Stevie Wonder, I believe, but Donnell Jones covered it so beautifully. And that is my favorite version of that song by Donnell Jones. It's like a lot of soul put into it, like a lot of soul and a lot of feeling into that, into his cover of that song. I might pull that up once I get off of here and listen to it. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here. You guys have a good weekend. If I do not see you this weekend, like I said, if I do go live, it's probably on some random type bitch. I ain't got nothing else better to do. So I'm gonna go straight this time. So I'm gonna get off on State Line Road. But yeah, that's all I got. So I will see y'all later. If I don't see y'all this weekend, like I said, I will do this again. We will, pick it back up on Mondays. I am going to work on, get more active on the weekends too. Because I want to keep this going. I don't want to just do, like my 3 days, and then chill. Like I want to do more. I want to do more, but in order for me to do that, I gotta get my energy back up. So. But yeah, so I will see y'all later. Love you guys. I will holla. Have a heart because I'm driving. There you go. Full heart. There you go. All right, hands back on the wheel. All right, counting down. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I will see you later. Bye.